Hello and welcome to the 20th episode of my Pokémon Emerald Catch Everything playthrough. Today we are just in Slateport, and if we come up here, I'm going to begin the episode. I'm not entirely sure if I could have caught a Tentacruel yet. I think there may be a sea route where you can surf and find Tentacruels. I actually don't think we have had that opportunity. I'm not entirely sure though. So off camera I decided to almost level up the Tentacle that we caught at the end of the last episode, just to make sure that we have a Tentacruel on our Pokedex before we carry on, in case I did make a mistake. I don't think I did, but if I did, then at least I've done everything I can to solve it. I guess I will put Barrier on instead of Constrict. I'm never going to use Constrict, so yeah, that's fine. Tentacle is now our highest level Pokemon, so yeah, de facto team member I suppose. And I'm also going to be leveling up my Chop in the background, because what we are mostly going to be doing this episode is using the Trick House. That's the plan at least. And then ending the episode with New Morville. So those should be the two things that we get done. I think there are 2 or 3 Trick House puzzles, so probably won't be a super quick episode. If it takes too long to get through those, then I will just end the episode and do the New Morville next time. But yeah, so we do now have our Tentacruel. There we go, Lonely Nature, which I think is plus attack minus defense, which is actually not bad for a Tentacruel in this game because the poison type is physical. However, you'd prefer something with special attack, really. So, you know, may lower defense. Bubble Beam's not that weak. Barrier is fine. It's fine. It's a fine Pokemon that I will never use. I did deposit Crobat just to get out the Tentacle, and I need Machop for strength for one of the Trick House puzzles we're going to be doing. But I will also bring with me, I guess we'll just start at the beginning, what needs evolving. Could do that Poochyena. I guess I'll just start going through these. And this is the Pokemon I just slack off, that's the one. I couldn't remember the name of it. Right. So let's get rid of you. Deposit you. I don't think we'll need Zubat too much. But let's just switch these around a bit. I tend to like a certain order for my Pokemon. I don't really know why. But it tends to be so the lowest level first, just to level it up, and then kind of increasing level up until the point where I'm using HM slaves or anything that's in my party for any other reason, where I then want them in decreasing level order. It doesn't really make any sense, it's not that logical, but hey. Right, so now we are ready to head up to the Trick House, which hopefully we can just get up this way, like so, and we should be being watched. We see the flower pot glint, so we know he's there. And I believe this is the Trick House that we unlocked after defeating the 3rd gym, the Dynamo Badge, so we shouldn't require any HMs for this one, but the next one will require Rock Smash, and the one after that will require Strength. So yeah, first, and we're going to get lots of mail in this area, I'm sure. Yeah, so you unlock a Trick House challenge after every gym that you beat, and we have now beaten 4 gyms, I believe. 5 gyms, but the first ones have knocked up to the 2nd gym, so we have 3 more Trick House puzzles. So we unlocked one after Watson, after Flannery, and after Norman. And I am basically, I think, just going to be spamming Crunch a lot in this. The Pokemon are all going to be pretty weak because they scale their levels depending on which gym you just defeated. So obviously these are around the time of having just beaten Watson, and we are comfortably high enough level now all of these we can dispatch pretty easily. So there we go, and we're good at battling too. Well, we did have to defeat Watson, so yeah, I suppose. Right, now we come over this way, up here, and you can see this this area that we couldn't walk on. Look, it used to look like this. We can now head over here, and we should be able to access another switch, which will gradually we get more and more hull mail. Gradually, more and more of this area will be unlocked. We obviously can't go through that door yet. We need to get to the scroll first, and there's a lot of this walking around. Unfortunately, we can't run indoors in this game. We might as well beat this trainer whilst we're here, even though we can't cross over to the final hole, or to the final scroll. Sorry. And routes, I will just spark. It should go down very easily. So Machop is slowly levelling up. And we will hopefully get that. Eventually it will get to the point that it's useful, but or at least that it evolves, and then we will put it in the in the box to never be seen again. I do kind of want to fill up the PC, so order it by number and make sure I have one of every type of Pokemon and not just have the Pokedex completed. But whether or not I bother to do that, that's very much something that's in the future. I do, however, want to organise my boxes a bit more, because at the moment they are a complete mess. So, yeah. Machop gets to level 17. Beautifly comes out, so Beautifly we can deal with pretty easily. Just with Spark. And down it goes. Metric levelling up for the first time this episode. Even though Beautifly is pretty bad, it does give a pretty large amount of XP, just because it is a final form Pokemon. With this, we've now beaten every trainer in this iteration of the Trick House. That took about 5 minutes, so yeah, we should be able to get through all these and still have time for New Morville. Lots of amazing around here. Thankfully, didn't make too many errors. Come up here, like that, and there we go. Now we're completely finished. We can get our reward, which is a timer ball, I believe. And timer balls, I think they get the longer a battle goes on, the more effective they become. I'm not exactly sure how it works in this generation, but effectively, the more turns a battle's had, the better a Pokeball it is. And we are now all done with that first one, so let's go and do the second, I suppose. No need to heal up, and he's in the chest of drawers this time. Eventually those little flashes stop happening, and you either have to know where to go or just try every single hole that they could possibly be in. I always remember that one behind the right window, which I think is probably the last house, or maybe the second to last one. Right, so you can see we needed Rock Smash to begin this one, which is why we brought Linoon with us, not Zigzagoon anymore. And Kecleon, there's a cool little animation before every time it gets thrown out. I didn't actually know that. Right, so Kecleon's actually pretty specially bulky, as you can see there, but with black glasses we should be fine to kill it with this crunch. Might be able to survive, but no, it doesn't. And there we go. But you can see that the level is significantly higher for this for this version of the Trick House for this challenge. Right. I might as well fight all the trainers I can as we go, because I imagine that A, we have to fight most of them anyway, and B, even if we didn't, I would like to, so maybe running a little bit low on crunch PP. No, we're doing fine, we've got 10 more. Manectric, despite having been the main Pokemon we've used for the last couple of episodes, is still fairly significantly, or not significantly lower level, but it is still our lowest level. Everything else is level 33, apart from Crobat, which is 34, despite Crobat's in the PC at the moment. And Nose Pass, no, we'll just use Spark on Nose Pass. It may well survive. Nose Pass is pretty bulky, but we are much better prepared now than we were for Roxanne. And down it goes. That was actually pretty easy. So there we go. Machop grew to level 19. Trying to learn Seismic Toss. Machop actually has pretty decent moves already. But I guess I can get rid of Focus Energy, might as well. Seismic Toss does the amount of damage that your level is, so if you're at level 19 it does 19 damage, which might well be more than any other thing that Machop can do, so I guess if I just go straight across here we can read the scroll. Yeah, that's good. And I suppose we probably want, I'm going to get those Pokeballs even though I know they're probably just male. Completionism. It's a gift and a curse. Mostly a curse. There have actually been quite a lot of games where I've just ended up not completing them because of my want to be a completionist and then also lack of stickability. So for instance, like Fallout New Vegas, I've started that game several times, and so many times I feel like I need to go through like every desk to pick up every pencil and stuff, and it's so not rewarding doing that. But then I feel like I'd miss something, I'd miss a skill book, or I'd miss a secret weapon, a special weapon, unique weapon, that's the word I'm looking for. So I just keep doing it, and trying to sell every cigarette packet and all of these things to make money. But then that just means I never actually really get through the meat of the game. And I also find that games like that, and RPGs in general, a lot of the time have so much, how do we get through this? I think I need to, is there a button down here somewhere? Yeah, that's fine, so we hit that one. And then if we come up here, all we have to do is stand on that, and now we're good. There we go, so we have completed this version of the Trick House. Yeah, I just think that like being a completionist is fine, but sometimes if it holds you back from completing a game and enjoying the game, then that's obviously not so good. Yeah, trying to min-max a character on your first playthrough is always just not a very good idea, I think. Right, so we got a hardstone for that. I don't really know what hardstones do, but I'm pretty sure they're not very useful. But we're through there now. So if we come back in, the last one was in the right dresser. I think this one's over here. Is it? No, maybe behind a window. Yeah, so behind the left window. And he accepts our challenge. So this is going to be the last Trick House of the episode, and until we defeat the next gym. We do have strength now, so we do have strength with us, thankfully. I was prepared enough to make sure I had that. And we'll see how easily Manectric can deal with the trainers at this tier. This area is only unlocked after you've defeated Norman, so there's some pretty high levels, level 27 Meditite. Not nothing, but still should be able to take it out pretty easily. Medicite is still an unevolved Pokemon, even if it's a reasonably high level. And base 105 special attack, which is what Manectric has, is actually pretty decent. It's not amazing, but it will certainly do a job. And you have now, but we've got the scroll and we can get to the exit, so we've pretty much finished this puzzle as well. But I do want to grab all the XP we can, because you can't get back in these areas once you finish, so might as well get the XP whilst we can. And let's just spark, I guess. And that goes in one. Yeah, so some reasonably high level Pokemon, but mostly not evolved. The Choke may well be able to take one, but it's still only level 26, so I imagine it might just go down in one. And it takes it actually pretty well, and the paralysis is actually not good for us because it has guts. Still, we're pretty tanky at this stage, just because of our level advantage, so it's always a good thing. And Machop levels up. I brought Poochyena with us in case Machop evolved, but I actually don't think Machop is going to evolve, so that's perhaps a waste of time. If we come, yeah, so just down here, fight the last trainer, and then we're good to go. New Morville has a few new Pokemon in as well, so we'll get to that soon. But for now, we should just be able to finish off this. Breloom hard walls me. Because it has, well, it resists electric and crunch because it's grass fighting type. It resists electric and dark, so I probably should just switch, but I'm quite stubborn, so I'm probably just going to muscle past it anyway. And with Leech Seed, I'm definitely not going to bother because it's going to take too long to kill it, so I'll just switch out, I think. So if we switch to Gardevoir, I suppose. Yeah, Gardevoir can definitely one-hit kill this, as, to be fair, probably so can Combuskin. Breloom, until it got Technician, Breloom was basically a troll Pokemon most of the time. Even competitively, it was not bad. It's had Poison Heal in Gen 4, which makes it much more useful. And it had Spore as well, but mostly, yeah, it's a Pokemon that is very annoying, and that's its niche. So just push that across like so, and there we go. Thankfully we didn't mess up that puzzle, otherwise we would have had to walk all the way back to the entrance to reset it. Fine, you've earned this reward. So we get a Smoke Ball, which is our last reward for now. There are a couple more good rewards coming, so hopefully, well, it won't be too long before we get them. You can later get a Magnet, which will be very useful for Manectric, giving it a 10% boost to Electric-type moves. So yeah, we're all done for now on the Trick House, and I am going to head up to Morville. So I am back in Morville, and coming out just south of Morville, we can actually surf here. So this is the last area the last new area since we got surf. And if we come down here and across, we see this sort of cave, pretty well hidden. But if we come in here, we get access to New Morville. So in this entrance area, there are two Pokemon you can catch. You can catch Magnemite 50% and Voltorb 50%. Down below in the basement, and this is all one big area, you can only catch, well, there are two more Pokemon you can catch, which is Electrode and Magnemite. Magneton, sorry. and those are both 1% encounters. So Magnemite and Voltorb are both 49%, Magnemite 49%, Voltorb 49%, Electrode 1%, and Magneton 1%. So quite high level, but we should be able to get through. I forgot to heal up Manectric, that's fine. I did pick up Crobat. I also got rid of Poochyena because I actually looked up the level that Machop evolves, and it's level 28, so it's going to be a little while that Machop's with us, which is fine I suppose, but it is what it is. There are quite a few things in here that we want to get. Obviously the 4 Pokemon. I did think about catching and evolving a Voltorb, but 6 levels is actually quite a lot, and I think my time's probably better spent on something else, and just, well, on trying to find Electrode. And I forgot that you can be paralysed as an electric type in this game, which is both good and bad. Bad because I am now paralysed, but good because A, we might get static on him, which we do, which makes our Thunder Wave useless. But good because we can paralyse things, and that means we can catch them. I did pick up some extra Pokeballs a couple of episodes ago. I don't know if I mentioned it at the time, but yeah, we've got plenty of Pokeballs to catch things with. I thought that would have been a guaranteed catch. I might just quick attack it quickly. Obviously not. Sonic Boom's actually quite scary because that means the next one will kill us. Okay, I'm going to use an Ultra Ball just to make sure this stays in. And then I will go and heal rather than using a full restore or something. So I will pause the recording and go and heal up. All healed up, ready to carry on. So let's see what we have here. And it's another Voltorb, so I'm going to run away from this. I think I'm not sure, I couldn't buy any repels in the Morville area, what's it, Morville Mart, so unfortunately, yeah, I don't have any repels to use, but also obviously we are looking for 3 more things in this area, we have a 52% chance, no, 51% chance, sorry, of finding something good, and yet all we're seeing is Voltorb at the moment. I don't want to press on that button until I know for certain that I don't. This is a very annoying area. I probably should look up on a map or something, but that slightly takes the fun away, I suppose. We are going to want to push that green button actually. I've just found a map very quickly. And I'm going to crunch, and I don't expect this to kill because it's Steel type and Steel resists Dark. But we do get a crit, which is bad. However, well, it might have been bad had we killed, but in this case, very good because it's now on about 1 HP. So what I think I'll do, instead of using a repel, is because I need to hunt a lot of encounters in this area, I will just pause the recording whenever we find a Pokemon that isn't a Magneton or a Electrode. And then if we get one of those, I don't mind evolving the other. I think that's probably a good way of doing it, find one, evolve the other, because 6 level is a lot less than 12. We do actually want to push that green button. And there's a blue button further on that we can push if we wish to screw ourselves over, I suppose. If I forget to cut out some of these battles, I paused the recording and forgot to start it again, but luckily didn't get too far ahead. But yeah, so we come up here, and I believe this is probably a Voltorb. Oh no, it's actually an escape rope. The encounter rate in this area is just ridiculous. So I think we do actually want to push that blue button. Let's check if there's anything over this way. And another encounter as well. Anyway, let's. This is a Voltorb. So some of the Pokeballs in this area are actually are not hidden items. They are Voltorbs, because of course they are. So as if this area wasn't already quite annoying, you get that added. That as an added bonus. So yeah, we want to hit that blue button. And let's carry on. We were so rudely interrupted. Obviously, I need to get the encounters, so I'm fine. I don't have any repels, but it makes it quite hard to commentate because obviously you want it, and one of these is definitely a Voltorb, or possibly both of them. You want to be able to kind of build a flow of a sentence. Like if I cut this out now, then this whole idea stream will go, because there'll be a few seconds where I'm not talking, I'm not kind of thinking, and so that's just kind of wasted. Do I want to push this? I think I do not want to push this one. So I'm just going to come up this way. Yeah. So if I pushed that one, this door would have been closed, and I would have had to go back down. So now we need to push the green one to head through that door to the right. And then once we've done that, that will hopefully reactivate the generator. So the premise for why we're here is that one of the generators, which helps to power Morville, has gone down, and Watson wants us to fix it. So we've come down here to switch it back on effectively. And there's a full heal, and we do want to push this green button this time. Oh, I did not mean to stand on that. I wish I was doing this for effect or something, but actually I'm just an idiot. Right, so let's stand on that and then not stand on the blue one. Now if we come through here, this should be... Yes, this big red button is the thing that we need to push. Oh, so maybe there was a generator going wild and it needed to be stopped actually. I can't quite remember. Watson wanted us to do a job for him basically. And we have now completed New Morville, so I will probably use an escape rope to get out, and then I will begin hunting for one of these 1% encounters. We've had probably 20 encounters just coming through this, and we do also get Thunderstone. We've had about 20 encounters just coming through once, so yeah, we've just been a little bit unlucky maybe for not having found any yet, but they are 1%. I'm just going to escape rope out, and then off camera I will hunt, and then that will probably be the end of the episode. First progress report is that Combusken is now level 34, so that's good, but still no luck finding either Electrode or Magneton. Decided to catch another Voltorb because this one's level 26, so if I do actually decide to just evolve it, it'll be a little bit faster. I've also just been running away from most Voltorbs because I can't kill them in one hit with Combusken, and Combusken is the Pokemon I want to level up, I think, because that's the last one to be fully evolved. I could kill everything with Gardevoir, that would also probably work, but yeah, I've just been using Combusken and running away from Voltorbs and killing Magnemites. Given that I've been running away from all of the Voltorbs that I've seen, which feels like it's more than 49%, it feels like it's about 70%, and I'm also using an XP share, so I'm only getting half XP, so I'm basically only getting a quarter of the experience, as if I was... Yeah, I've basically got 4 times as many encounters as I have experience for that encounter. The fact that I've got level 35 on Combusken is pretty frustrating. At least you can bike in here, I suppose, but yeah, pretty frustrating, and I don't want to have a Blaziken this episode. That would not be a good way to end it. So if Magnemite doesn't kill us, which it might well do, this should be the final battle that Machop does. I've been using Machop for the last few. I used all the PP on Combusken and then all the PP on Gardevoir, and so I decided to start doing some with Machop just to give it extra XP. I could just be running away from all of these, but it feels like a waste of XP when I needed to train up Machop anyway. That does now mean that I'm even more overleveled, which I keep complaining about. I actually don't care. I'm more than happy to be this overleveled. But yeah, even though this grind has been far worse than it should have been, I was looking for one of 2 encounters, and they're both 1%. It has at least meant that we now have a Machoke. So, yeah, Machoke, level 28. Machop evolves into Machoke. Machoke is going to be the final form, for us, at least for now, because in order to evolve Machoke, you have to trade it. And I think it looks fine. The small sprite though looks absolutely awful. With the like weird chins. Yeah, so that's sort of how my team's looking at the moment. I'm probably going to go heal up and maybe switch Machoke for something else. I don't know, I'm kind of close to giving up because this has taken so long, and instead I will just evolve them both and I can use the water Pokemon. I've done more than 50 encounters. I think I've done about 100 encounters at least, and had no luck in finding, of course, I've sailed across here several times without catching anything. I've had no luck in finding anything good, so I'm probably just going to evolve Magnemite and Electrode. I'll do that off camera, and then I'll just come back when they're ready, and I'll probably just do it in this patch of water, because it seems as good a place as any, and they are electric types, so that should be useful. Before I actually... Well, we'll speak to Watson at the end of the episode. You do actually have to speak to him to get the reward for turning off the thing in New Morville, but yeah, I'll come and do that in a moment. For now, I am just going to grind out some Pokemon. This might be it. Is it going to be enough? Yes. So we now have a level 30 Voltorb, and that should mean this evolves. It took quite a while, just training on wild water type Pokemon. Part of the issue is that Tentacool can very easily take a Spark, especially if it's high level, and has a lot of annoying moves like Acid, which can poison you, and Supersonic, and but even Bubble Beam does quite a lot of damage because Voltorb's very frail. But there we go. We now have our Electrode. We spent a lot of time hunting for that, and we do now have one. I probably should have evolved that instead of the Machoke earlier, but I thought that if I started training up one of the 2, the other one, that would be the one I found just before it had evolved. The other one, I decided to put Magnemite in the daycare, just to give it some extra levels, because it can take quite a few steps to evolve, but sadly Magnemite did not get any levels from that at all, so looks like we will be evolving Magnemite now. This might be enough if we can actually kill it. This might be enough to take us to level 30, otherwise we're going to have to take one more Innocent Life to get our level 30 Magnemite. And there we go, so we are finally done with this episode. This has taken a lot longer than it should have, and I probably should have just kept hunting in New Morville, but it felt like it could have taken... I was no closer to getting it than I was when I started, so I decided to go for a definite path rather than the probably slightly faster RNG based one. But yeah, so we have evolved our Magnemite into a Magneton, and we are now done with New Morville, and of course one more encounter. Why wouldn't there be? We're now done with New Morville. I guess we'll give Magneton a quick run out. Magneton was less annoying than doing this with Voltorb, because it does is at least immune to poison moves, so that was positive, but it's also a lot slower than Voltorb. So bonus 420 XP. I'm a bit disappointed that didn't kill, but so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. The very last thing that we're going to do is come up here and speak to Watson. I knew I'd made the right choice in asking you, and so he gives us the TM for Thunderbolt. so that is going to be really useful. Probably going to teach that to an Etric, but we will also be teaching Gardevoir Thunderbolt before too long. But that I will do next episode, where we will be taking on east of Morville. We'll finally cross Route 118 and see what awaits us on the other side, part of which is a Goodra. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.